Hello, everyone. We have been covering rhetoric and specifically the three classical appeals, ethos, pathos, and logos. Today, I wanted to go over ethos with you to make it clearer and to give you a more concrete example. As we remember, ethos is an appeal to credibility, authority, or where someone tries to position themselves as an expert or very knowledgeable. Here, I have included a passage from Obama's presidential acceptance speech in 2008. This is when he was nominated to run for the Democratic Party, but he was not yet president. So, what is Obama hoping to accomplish? How is he going to try to position himself as an authority? Well, if he wants people to believe in him and to vote for him to be president, he wants to make sure that they're aware, that he is aware of all the issues. So first, let me read through the passage and then I will highlight how Obama tries to establish his ethos. So he begins, I will end this war in Iraq responsibly and finish the fight against al-Qaeda and the Taliban in Afghanistan. I will rebuild our military to meet future conflicts, but I will also renew the tough direct diplomacy that can prevent Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons and curb Russian aggression. I will build new partnerships to defeat the threats of the 21st century, terrorism and nuclear proliferation, poverty and genocide, climate change and disease. And I will restore our moral standing so that America is once again that last best hope for all who are called to the cause of freedom, who long for lives of peace, and who yearn for a better future. So, how does Obama establish his credibility or his sense of authority? Let's look at a few things. If you look at the beginning of each sentence, he begins with, I will. I will. I will. I will, and I will. At the beginning of each sentence, he has this very declarative, definitive, strong phrase, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. He doesn't say I can, or I might, or I may. He's not waffling. He's taking a strong direction saying that he will do these things. And it's important that he positions himself this way, because if he is going to do these things, right? We want him to do these things because he is president of the United States or wants to be president of the United States. So he wants to position himself as someone who will take action because that's American citizens. We view our presidents, we want them to be as people who take action. In addition to using the I will phrase to establish himself and his credibility, he also mentions a different issue for each line. The first line he mentions Iraq and how he will address Iraq and then al-Qaeda and the Taliban. Then he moves to the next line and talks about the military. The line after that, he talks about tough direct diplomacy. And then the lines that follow, he addresses the different things that people valued in 2008 and the early 21st century. And then he talks about America's morality. So you can imagine Obama has in his mind a list of what is important to people in America, saying, I will do this, 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 I will do this. And he's ticking these boxes about the war in Iraq, the military, the tough direct diplomacy, the threats of the 21st century, and our moral standing. Now, is Obama himself a particular expert in genocide? Is he a particular expert in climate change or with Russian aggression? Not necessarily. But the fact that Obama is positioning himself, in essence saying, I am mentioning all these issues during my candidate acceptance speech. Since I'm addressing all these issues, you can be aware that I am aware of them and that I will have my people and I will give them my full attention if I become president. And this is an example of how Barack Obama, uses ethos to try to position himself as someone people can believe in. Again, he's using these for an ultimate purpose. He is positioning himself as a credible figure, an authoritative figure, because he wants people to vote and believe in him for president. You will also see this method of using ethos in other presidential speeches, regardless of party. It doesn't matter if it's Republican, Democrat, Green Party, Tea Party, what have you. Anyone who's running for public office or positioning themselves in authority will use similar language.